don't know about you guys and girls and ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, mums and dads, aunties and uncles, people of the world, new subscribers and old ones, and people I've never seen before, and people that have forgotten about me and just tuned in. There's always someone new in the world, and there's always people you don't know. What I'm trying to say in this video is, imagine going back in time and living in the 90s for a week, which some of us have done, and already done it and don't want to go back again. Some people prefer it in 2024. Some people would like to go back to the 90s. Do you know why? To sort things out with their friends and their mum and their dads and their family. So they can repair the damage they did, probably with drugs or beer, leading the wrong life in life, being in a gang, leaving home, running away from home. And they want to get a chance to be forgiven, and never would have happened. It would have been a dream. You would have thought about it in the head. But in reality, you wouldn't have done it. It was just a dream. And other people would have looked at them differently and welcomed their family members home back in that day. There would have been war zones in the 90s. Gang violence. It's been every year, every century, back in the 90s. Across Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales and England. People getting murdered. Just because they're different. People getting murdered because people don't understand people. People for getting murdered because no one understands them. And the police crime was probably high back in them days, and probably, a lot of crazy people out there. But these days, there is a lot of crazy people out there today in 2024. The 80s, people say, was a nicer place, but tough upbringing. The music was great, the food was good. The people were more friendlier, even though you had idiots and dickheads and gangs. The music was great, the food was good. So much greenery. You could see in the 80s, loads of trees, loads of fields, loads of animals. I mean, over time, have we destroyed things in the world? Of course we have. Then we make things look worse. Of course we have. What could you do, guys and girls? Guys and girls. Sorry about this, got a bit of sore throat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The cars were good, the music was good, the women was good. The TV shows were good probably back in the 80s as well, which you remember. Some of us were alive then. And the 70s, some people say, were good. Same thing in the 70s. Music was great. Some people may disagree compared to today. But in the 60s, they say it was even better. The Beatles. There's just so much history that people have seen, have already been there and not done it. And Doctor Who actually brought out a thing with the Beatles, the newest series. Going back in time in the police box, time travelling. Doctor Strange is a different film. Different eras then. It wasn't like today. I bet it was probably a lot more boring in the 60s, more than likely. The 50s, I don't really know much about the 50s, but some of you guys and girls and those that may know quite a bit about the 50s. Your grandma and granddads may know, or your aunts and uncles may have lived then and say it was a tough time. The 40s, even tougher. Some people have lived that, and they're very old people now in their 70s or 80s. The 30s were probably even more different now, which most people have lived to, not many people have seen. You see it in books, you see it on TV, you see reenactment of people doing the 30s, and probably the 20s. You see loads of films on YouTube that have actually done like videos and stuff, showing people how good it was back in them days, or how rubbish it was, and look at 2024. The year 2001 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Music was great. You had Britney Spears, you had probably Justin Timberlake and Nelly Furtado. I think they'd been different year eras anyway. But the music was great. You had things booming back then. You had everything back in those days, like, I don't know, several years ago, PS3s, Xboxes, old TV shapes. If you've never seen it before, you may see it in history. You may see of just trying to get how to get this word in edgeways. Yeah, you had Nintendo 64s, Dreamcasts, Sega Mega Drives back in the olden days. People have never seen before, and they probably think it's a box. Well, it was good back in the day for computer gaming, and things just move on with technology. Roads getting built. Back in the olden days, when you look at the whole world, it looks good, doesn't it, with all the old buildings? But look at it now. Have we destroyed everything? I mean, each time you destroy things, the animals leave as well, don't they? So you've got to think about that, the environment that you're in. That makes sense. I know I keep moving around a lot, and my sitting position's not very good at the moment. But if you had one wish, what would you wish for? For your friends to come back alive that have died? For them to come back on the earth and you can spend more time with them and tell them not to do silly things, or talk to someone for help? You know, this is all coming from my head. What I'm speaking about is probably on YouTube, but I've not watched it. I'm talking what I'm thinking. You know, make the world a better place. Would you pick left or right? It's always going to be bad on the right. The left's always going to be good. You know, stop war. Don't have war. It's like Labour and Conservative, what we were picking for. They were probably back in the olden days, but they'll probably be something different. And Nigel Farage, UKIP, Reform. The Greens, Lib Dems. You know, everything's all seems to be different as it moves on. And things will keep moving on over the years. We'll get worse, we'll get better. None of us know. And we all know the general election is on Thursday for the UK. Will Keir Starmer Labour get in, or will it be Conservative, Richie Sunak still be in? Or will it be somebody else in Labour? I don't think Reform's going to get in. Nigel Farage or Lib Dems. Makes you just think and wonder. The whole world is moving very fast and rapidly. What do we do in our time? Watch other people on YouTube playing video games, watch them doing pranks, watch them playing games, watch them doing cooking programs, watching them making movies, and watching them decorate, painting and decorating, making floors and making houses. Watch them do farming. Some people do enjoy watching people farm and watching people on Emmerdale and EastEnders soap things, if you've noticed that before, in the UK. Everyone's doing a comedy show. There's a lot of variety out there, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. People like to do what they want to do, like different things. I'm trying to get all these out to edgeways, the words that I'm saying, but sometimes it's never simple or easy, is it, when you're thinking about it? It's been a long day, obviously. I'll probably play my Top Gear game later. Just need to get all these videos out of the way first. I will come back and think of more ideas and videos, but the thing is, people just don't know how to act anymore and play games. That's how I feel. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I better go. I'll think of more ideas and I'll come back again. Thank you all for joining me. Take it easy, peace. See you later.